and you're most welcome to the Nilecast on Westnile Television, where we give you the daily news bulletins of the day every day. My name is Okumuringa Christine. Before we dive into any of the stories, let's first have a look at the news that is making headlines. In the headlines tonight, Compassion Project launched at Pada Miracle Destiny in Zombo District. Teachers sleep in classrooms over lack of accommodation in Ivo Division, Arua City. And parents cautioned against engaging children in hawking foodstuffs in Zombo District. This and more in the Nilecast News Bulletin. A warm welcome, viewer, to the Nilecast on Westnile Television. Now let us dive into some of the stories of the evening. Compassion Project was launched at Miracle Center Church, Paida Town Council on Sunday the 10th of September 2023 in a bid to extend support to vulnerable children in Zombo District. The State Minister for Northern Uganda, Honorable Kuyuchin Grace Freedom, is urging the parents to embrace the program, which will provide education to their children. Alfred Walk reports.
The Secretariat of Miracle Center Churches have extended their support to vulnerable children in Zombo District during the launch of Compassion Project at the Miracle Center Church Paida on Sunday. The State Minister for Northern Uganda, Grace Kuyuchin Freedom, who was the chief guest, urged parents to embrace the program, which will provide education to their children. Kuyuchin further appealed to parents whose children have been enrolled in the project to support them with the basic needs as one of the requirements.
By the Miracle Center, they have got a new project, Compassion Project, which supports children in education, but also preaching the word of God. It also supports their parents, and many parents here are widows, many parents are poor. That is why this project is very, very important. In many parishes of the diocese, Zombo District, I know one in Okemu, I know one in Okemu is in War, Adusi is in Ayaka, in Parombo, in Padiere, in Conch, in Jonam, in Amo. It's a program that has really supported the education of the children, especially of the disadvantaged children. My appeal to this community is to embrace this project because it is good. It supports the parents. It takes the burden of school fees from the parents.
Meanwhile, Pastor Joseph Owori from Miracle Center Cathedral Robaga, Kampala, who represented Pastor Robert Kayanja, applauded the people of Zombo District for welcoming the project, where over 254 children have been enrolled for studies.
Share your faith with your children. Lastly, pray with your children. All the times we grew up, when we were at home with mommy, no one used to go to bed without prayer, family prayer. And even in my home up to today, whether you're a visitor, when you come, you have to be converted. That you have to attend the altar. We pray every day in the morning and in the evening. How? I learned it from mommy. She taught us. Said pray every day. I want to tell the parents here, pray with your children so that they learn from you and God will bless you.
In the meantime, Pastor Norbert again wrote, the overseer of Miracle Center Church, Westnile region, said the project is non-religious and asked parents from other denominations to register their children.
One ni juru nyodu
Apoyo LC one which lembe matap ya ditendo shwalo.
I thank the LC. He has spoken what this man really said. He said as caretakers.
Dogurwa o yushingwa waweka uyedo mnia uyatepa project uyepa kanisa.
We should not fold our hands that these kids are for the project and they should be the ones. We should move together in everything. And we should love this project that has come to us.
Amen.
Amen.
Aya ni stakeholders to the
stakeholders, the government officials. He said he appreciates your trainings. Say there will be trainings. You will be called for the training.
Children advocacy training.
As children advocacy
child protection trainings.
Child protection training. Whenever we call you for that,
meetings caregivers meeting.
We shall be having caregivers meeting. We shall be inviting you, the stakeholders, to come and speak to the caregivers. Don't get tired of this project whenever you're called upon to come.
However, the General Secretary Arota Cell by the Town Council Roy Utingchinyum welcomed the project in his village, as this will reduce the burden of school fees on some parents.
These kids, when it reaches a time of coffee harvest, they leave school, then they go and begin picking coffee. Do you want us to get people from afar to come and work? Parents, this chance that has come, don't leave it. It's something called I want to tell you, don't put your whole heart in compassion issue. The plans of the government are always there, even the way we work, different projects came before Corona was there. They picked people even in this village to go and study abroad. When Corona came, those things were destroyed. As compassion is playing its part, you also save for your kids. Don't just give your whole life for compassion.
The 5-year project is fully funded by Miracle Center Church. Alfred Jawok, Westnile TV, Nilecast.
More in our stories. The parish priest of Zombo Catholic Parish, Right Reverend Father Wokorach, has cautioned parents in Zombo District against engaging children in hawking foodstuffs within the district. He made this remark during the closure of the one-week retreat of St. Kizito at Nyapaya Catholic Parish, adding that children are at risk of being raped, kidnapped, and exposed to thieves while vending along the roadside. Alfred Jawoko has more.
Parents in Zombo District have been cautioned against engaging their children in hawking foodstuffs within the district. This follows an increase in the number of children hawking foodstuffs like avocado, banana, and many others in the town since the schools closed for a second term. Speaking to congregations at Nyapaya Catholic Parish on Sunday during closure of one-week retreat of St. Kizito members, the parish priest Zombo Catholic Parish, Reverend Father Walter Wokorach, said children are at the risk of being raped, kidnapped, and exposed to thieves while vending along the roadside. He also noted that once children are exposed to money, something he said affects their education career.
Especially during you, it is just a prophet. Kind of you go to Maraj, you didn't go to Maraj. Can you go? Can you hear it? You do my pole. Lenda paduka ya Mungu beruibe niko Mungu mikiriberu jarayo ni kon nyatin mayin wa mapola winga riwanya awia foya lenda nete awia nzo ngladrengo winda malen ti ngeni nyatin ereke nyatin mera mara kuma amina ete ngani sima Mungu geni kome ena awia mo rogi na ko padri awe megi doku sister, awe megi doku doctors, awe megi doku judongo pa government gini. Awa gwa kuzungu kawoni, waba nyota jini moki. Donc tide kileza bishemu wangwa, wabe nitu profeta, wanyuni nano lenga pa Mungu matira, wanyuni rawia, ngani kujitu rashi, nyukire, kudu wanya kulike poe. Kulike poe eni, ineno njawodi, nyonyatepe jawodi, obedi mere nyaswasa, nikum keshe nije kuliko mngati washinia, mupa ngatini wekeke sendere kumenu.
Wakorach further asked the government to set a bylaw that bans parents from sending their children to sell foodstuffs in the market. Reports from Paida Central Police Station indicate that some parents involve their children in businesses during holidays. Meanwhile, efforts to get comments from Zombo District Probation Officer Samukelo proved futile at the time of filing this story. Alfred Jawok, Westnile TV, Nilecast.
And more in our stories. A man who identified himself as an ADF collaborator handed over himself to security in Rubirizi district. According to Enanga, William Biaruhanga, 30 years of age, who is previously a resident of Businga Town Council in Budibujo district, handed over himself to the 309 UPDF Brigade in Rubirizi district. Addressing journalists on Monday, the police spokesperson Fred Enanga said the probe has been widened to help identify the source of the bombs and the supplier of the materials used for their construction. And more in our stories. Teachers in Pokea Primary School under the Ivo Division, Arua City, are sleeping in classrooms due to lack of teachers' provision of accommodation. The school was established on February the 1st in 1949 by the Catholic Church, which is currently under the government of Uganda aiding, has 22 teachers and 7, but due to the challenges associated with rent payments, salary loans, among others, has forced some of the teachers to sleep in the classrooms. Frederick Jomadri has more.
Teachers in Pokea Primary School under Ivo Division in Arua City have taken over some of the classrooms to accommodate themselves as they have no alternative houses to live in. The school that was established on February 1st, 1949 by the Catholic Church, which is currently under government of Uganda aiding, has 22 teachers. 7 of them are accommodated within the staff quarters, but due to the challenges associated with rent payments, salary loans that some of the teachers have borrowed and are yet servicing, among others, they have forced some of them to occupy classrooms for them to sleep in. Bako Grace Oye, one of the class teachers posted to Pokea Primary School in February this year, who is currently sleeping in P2 classroom, reveals that due to the lack of funds to pay for house rent, she decided to accommodate herself in the room.
I've been renting outside the community. I stayed there for 1 full month. The situations there in community were not friendly to me. So I felt that I was not safe in that area. So I decided to come and accommodate myself in one of the classrooms. So currently I am in one of the classrooms that is almost breaking down. It has a lot of cracks, but I'm just trying to force myself to live in it because I love my work.
Whereas Vichoyo Knight, who teaches primary 2, 4 and 5 classes at Pokea Primary School, accommodated in one of the staff houses constructed by the Parents Teachers Association, the PTA of the school. Equal says that the houses that are given to them are dilapidated with leaking roofs, putting their lives at risk.
The main house in which I am in, concerning my height, the roof is low. When I try to put on my clothes, when I raise my hand like this, my hand is able to touch the roof. And somehow the roof is also leaking. The second one is the kitchen I'm using. Not all the one of mine. All the kitchens I see in the staff quarter, their roofing is flat. All of them are leaking. And there is one, that is the one of mine. In it, there is big anthill. So it is difficult for me to use because of the anthill and because of the leaking, because the roof is flat and some of the iron seats, they are very old and they have holes, they are leaking.
Amora O. Ismail, the Director of Studies at Pokia Primary School, appeals for an immediate intervention by Arua City leadership to rescue them from the worrying situation as a third term is opening soon in a close to 1 week's time.
So these teachers are residing outside. There's one who is residing at Jiako all the time, who used to foot from Jiako up to here. There's another one who is from Arua Hill, who is footing from Arua Hill to Pokia Primary School. There is one who is in Arua Primary School, that's Tanganyika area, who usually comes to Pokia Primary School. So plus others. So these are the challenges we are having in Pokia Primary School.
Okay, maybe in terms of the performance, how is the relationship between the distance that the teachers are maybe commuting from, and also the vis-a-vis looking at the issues of coming to class in time?
Actually, here in Pokia, P4 up to P7, they are supposed to begin their prep at 20 minutes past 7. They are supposed to be in the class, because the teacher is moving from Jako up to Pokia Primary School. It is now affecting the morning prep.
Kalsum Abdu Fadmula, the Secretary Social Services Arua City Council, admits that the general accommodation challenge is immensely witnessed in Arua City, and not only in the education sector but also encompasses the health sector. Kalsum further explains that the council has no budget for new constructions but are currently embarking on a renovation of the already existing facilities in the meantime.
On behalf of the government, I feel here I have to apologize because resources are not enough. This time we are focusing at renovation, which is even not enough. Right now, school housing, class housing the teachers is not yet there in the budget.
Pokia Primary School, with only 3 classroom blocks, which are all dilapidated with cracks all over the walls, and this accommodates over 1,000 pupils from primary 1 to primary 7. Frederick Tamadri, Westnile TV, Nilecast.
Welcome for the sports news on Westnile Television, Nilecast Live. My name is Owen Ezaga, your presenter tonight. Westnile, in today's big news, of course, Westnile province has a big following that traveled from all the way from all the parts of the region to represent in the Fufa drum. Westnile province overcame Busoga province in Adjumani to qualify for the quarterfinals of the Fufa drum. Group C is where Westnile province lies, and Group C, that consists of Westnile, Bugisu and Busoga, is touted to be the pool of death. And now with this, the Westnile province outcame Busoga province by 2-1 in a late equalizer by Under Virginia. Let's have more from the compiled story from Alan Okello. Westnile, Teso, Busoga and Lango qualify for the quarterfinals of the Fufa drum. Second half goal by Cromwell Rothomio and Junior Andama ensured that Westnile province overcame Busoga province 2-1 in Adjumani to qualify for the quarterfinals of the 2023 Fufa drum. Group C had earlier been touted to be the pool of death and has now lived to its billing as Bugishu awaits Westnile side to decide the other team that will advance to the next level. The 2-1 win lifted Westnile to the top with 6 points from 2 wins, as Busoga now prays for the favors from them to keep Bugisu at arm's length in the final match. Yakini Rashid, the man of the match of the day, expressed happiness and thanks to the fans for the tremendous support given to them.
By the name I'm called Rashid Yakin, player of Westnile province. Actually, this game was our determining match. It made Panawu win the match, it made us through. Panawu were at the top of the league. Actually, I would like to thank the fans of Adjumani so much. They have supported us from the day one up to the day last. We need to support them. Thanks for the support. I am so happy. So happy.
Bugisu will need to win by a margin of 3 unanswered goals to go through into the next level. Owen Ezaga, Alan Onzima, Westnile TV Sports. After all the wrap-up in Adjumani, Adjumani district or Adjumani town council, all the fans returned happily and expressed gratitude towards the win. Now, Westnile province fans in Arua City who stormed Adjumani Town Council ahead of the Fufa drum on Sunday expressed happiness and warm welcome by the Madi communities. Let's have more reactions from the different fans.
Yeah, we actually went there wholeheartedly, but some excellent, football is football. It is always the last whistle with judges who wins. It was good. We were accommodated in a very nice way. We actually didn't expect that there would be so massive like that. But at the end, we won. It was a good. So the officials were trying to bring what we didn't want, but I think the fans were massive.
Yesterday it was a game between Westnile drum and Busoga province. The game took place in Adjumani district at the Paris Stadium. The game was so massive, the turn-up was so massive. Our fans from Elegu, South Sudan, all over the part of the country, they were there. But when you try to see the crowd, it was one of the most massive crowd in the whole region. If you compare that crowd compared to one of the Greenlight Stadium, you will definitely say that the game was really very massive. When you try to look at the performance of the players, the lineup alone, it looks like a surprise, but we always thank for the technical team. They try to change the lineup. Our captain for Westnile region, in the names of Ajab Napians, Legason was not there. but he's the best captain in the names of Habgad Gaddafi, the best in the team. When you try to look the team lineup, you will always see the in the names of Norman and Mupiro. The guy was so fantastic in that team. We thank for our fans, especially the fans within the Westnile. Arua, Gumbe, Baboko, Nepi, Bakwati, Yaraguru, even our fans from Kitugumu, they were all there. We are so happy for the game.
We're excited. The excitement was so good, and we are sure we are going to retain our trophy as Westnile FUFA draw. Our next game will be in Mbale, 15th of October. If you miss Baridi Stadium, don't miss Mbale. That's what I can tell you. There's big fun, there's big excitement in this Westnile FUFA draw games. So next time, Mbale, 15th October.
And now in other stories nationally, Uganda Cranes midfielder, playmaker and attacker Alan Okello has moved separate ways with the Algeria-based outfit Paradua AC. The former KCCA star has made it public knowledge in an early morning post on his social handles, ascertaining the two parties reached a mutual understanding before a decision was taken. Okello joined the Algeria-based side in 2020 on a 4 years contract from KCCA, and he still had 1 year left on his contract to run before it was cut short. He actively played for Paradua for 2 years but rejoined the KCCA Football Club at the start of last season on a loan deal. He played and scored 5 goals with 8 assists in the Star Times Uganda Premier League. It is yet a question where this will take him, and it is yet unknown where Alan Okello will move next. With that marks the end of our sports news today on Nilecast and on Westnile Television. With me, Owen Ezaga.
Thank you, Owen Fabribo. Thank you, Owen Ezaga, for that sports news and the sports highlight. And with that, viewer, we've come to the end of the Nilecast on Westnile Television. Thank you for being with us from the beginning of the Nilecast to the end of the Nilecast, only on Westnile Television. Please stay tuned to the rest of the subsequent programs that may follow. My name is Okumuringa Christine. Have a good evening.